The real story of Ragnar Lothbrok. Before he became the legendary king of the Vikings, before his name struck fear into the hearts of his enemies, Ragnar Lothbrok stood as a mere farmer's son on the rocky shores of the Nordic coastline. The harsh winds whipped through his braided blonde hair as his piercing blue eyes searched the horizon, seeking something beyond the endless waves that crashed against the ancient rocks. Even then, destiny had marked him for greatness, though he knew it not. In those early days, Ragnar worked the earth alongside his father, Sigurd, their muscles straining against the resistant soil of their farmland. While other farms fell prey to raiders and smoke rose into the clear blue sky from burning homesteads, Sigurd would remind his son that their survival depended on being farmers, not warriors. But young Ragnar's heart yearned for something more, his mind filled with visions of glory and conquest that seemed to come from the gods themselves. The turning point in Ragnar's life came during a feast in the village great hall, where Earl Haraldsson presided over his subjects with suspicious eyes. It was there that Ragnar first laid eyes on Lagertha, a shield maiden whose beauty was matched only by her ferocity in battle. Their fates became intertwined that night, setting in motion events that would reshape the very fabric of the Viking world. Driven by dreams of lands to the west, Ragnar sought out Floki, an eccentric shipbuilder whose genius matched his madness. Together, they conceived of a vessel unlike any other, a ship that could navigate the treacherous western seas with unprecedented speed and stability. In secret, they worked to bring this vision to life, knowing that such innovation would be seen as a threat to the traditional power structure. Despite the Earl's prohibition against Western exploration, Ragnar gathered a crew of loyal warriors who shared his vision. With Lagertha, now his wife, and their young son Bjorn watching from the shore, Ragnar set sail into the unknown. The gods seemed to favor his boldness, guiding his revolutionary ship through storm-tossed seas toward lands that existed only in rumor and dream. The raid on Lindisfarne Monastery marked the beginning of a new era. While other Vikings saw only plunder, Ragnar recognized the value of knowledge and mercy. He prevented needless slaughter, instead directing his men to gather books and treasures. This strategic thinking set him apart from common raiders and began building his reputation as a leader of uncommon wisdom. As the years passed, Ragnar's influence grew. The farmer's son became earl, then king, his power expanding with each successful raid and political maneuver. Yet with this power came the weight of responsibility, not just to his people, but to his growing family. His sons, each destined for their own greatness, watched and learned from their father's example. Though they would eventually forge their own paths in the world, the legend of Ragnar reached its climax in his final battle against King Aelle of Northumbria. Though the sagas tell us he met his end in a pit of snakes, Ragnar's true immortality lay not in how he died, but in how he had lived. His legacy lived on through his sons, Bjorn Ironside, Ivar the Boneless, Ubi, and Sigurd Snake in the Eye, each carrying forward their father's dream of Viking glory and expansion. But perhaps Ragnar's greatest achievement was not in the lands he conquered or the wealth he accumulated, but in how he transformed his people. He showed them that a farmer's son could become a king, that tradition could be honored while embracing change, and that true greatness lay not in following the established path, but in daring to forge new ones. The name Ragnar Lothbrok echoes through history not merely as a tale of Viking conquest, but as a testament to the power of vision and determination. In the end, he was more than a warrior, more than a king. He was a symbol of transformation, a bridge between the old world and the new. His story reminds us that legends are born not from divine decree, but from the courage to dream beyond the boundaries of what others believe possible.